R2 the dog. I ain't even been feeling like doing this. But let's get it. Yeah. It's probably the real level up. BIP Red Dog 1.
The O is for the 16 ounces that's in the whole pound. They really out here feeling my music. Shout out the whole town. K is for the killers I know who keep the 4 pound. You give an inch, he taking the mile like it was 4th down. The L is for the ladies for sure. I mean the real ones who out here working hard for they.
What's up, world? What's up, YouTube? It's your boy R2, and we back with another banger. You know what I'm saying? So grab your popcorn and your cold drink and go on over there and hit that like button. Then hit that subscribe button. And after that, hit that bell. So when I drop these bangers, you be one of the first ones to put your eyes on it. You know what I mean? What's happening? Good morning, y'all. It's your boy. We back. For today's episode, man, I got a real crazy story for y'all today, man. A real sad story. You know what I'm saying? So get you some tissues, man, because you know this story kind of, you know, this just makes my stomach cringe, man. You understand? But just like every time, first and foremost, we want to thank the supporters, man. We want to thank the people who take the time to watch the videos, who like the videos, who comment on the videos, the people who subscribe to the channel. Y'all the truth. Y'all part of my motivation to this. And of course, that bag. You understand? So I appreciate y'all, man. And we're going to rock out every time. Just like always, we're going to keep it real. We're going to keep it authentic. And you know what I mean? We're going to press forward always. You dig? So without further ado, man, let's get right into this story. This is a crazy ass story, man. Let's be honest, man. This is a crazy story. This is about a female, man. Her name was, this is a female. Her name is Nicole Johnson, I believe. This is Nicole Johnson. She's from the Baltimore area. You understand? In 2021, she was, you know, caught up in a traffic stop, and man, you know, it's wicked. You know, the discovery, the stuff that they found, you know, is something that's, you know, damn near unfathomable. You understand? Like something that I can't even stomach. You know what I mean? And for this to be a black woman, it's very disappointing. You know what I mean? But just like every other time when we run these episodes, man, we got to find something that we can learn from. And one thing that I want to point out before we run this first clip is black people, mental health is important. Please take your mental health serious. If you having crazy thoughts or if you having crazy, you know, if you plotting on doing crazy things, you know, go talk to somebody. You know what I mean? That's not normal. You know what I mean? To be hearing voices in your head and to be, you know, for those voices to be telling you to do crazy things or, you know, because, you know, at some point, I believe, you know, when crazy stuff happen, I mean, something crazy as this, when something crazy as this happens, it got to be the devil, bruh. It got to be that evil spirit, you know, mixed with bad mental health, you know, a failing mental health to make a person want to, you know, do these kind of things, bruh. You know what I mean? And just do it to your own people, bruh. You know what I mean? Babies at that. You know what I mean? Like you got to be a sick individual to harm a baby, bro. A baby ain't did nothing to nobody. You know, I understand that they cry. I understand that they do things that, you know, we as adults may not like, but they kids at the end of the day, bro. These are kids. They don't know no better. You understand? And if they don't know, it's our job to teach them, whether you their mama, whether you their auntie, whether you their cousin. You know, we supposed to look out for all kids, even if these are just your friends' kids. Anytime I see kids, anytime I'm around kids, I'm looking out for them. I'm not gonna let nothing happen to a kid on my watch. You know what I mean? That's just an unspoken rule. You don't let things happen to kids on your watch. If you can, you know, stop it or if you can prevent it, don't let nothing happen to them kids, man. Protect the kids at all costs, man, because they are the future. You know what I'm saying? And before we run these clips, I want to send my condolences out, you know, to the remaining family members of these kids. The girl's name was Jocelyn Marie James Johnson, and the little boy's name was Larry O'Neal. So rest in peace to you two beautiful You two beautiful souls that didn't really get to experience life. Rest in peace to you two. My heart goes out to you guys. May God take care of you two young people's young souls. You understand? And my condolences to the mother. My condolences to the grandparents. You know what I mean? To the rest of the living family of these kids, man. Let's run this clip. This is a crazy clip. I want to give you some background real quick. This girl, man, she was stopped. She's from Baltimore area. She was stopped. I think she was stopped in the Baltimore area somewhere, you know what I mean? Because it's Baltimore County. As you'll see in the clip, she got stopped and she had bodies in the trunk, bro. She had bodies in the trunk. Not only did she have bodies in the trunk, she had bodies of children in the trunk, 2 children. And these was her nieces and nephews, bruh. Her niece and nephew, her sister was on drugs, supposedly, you know, when she took the kids in a couple years prior. She had these kids for 2 years, bruh. You know, but you're going to see text messages and stuff of her mother actually sending her money, checking on the kids. You know what I mean? But me personally, you can't have my kid for a day or two without me wanting to see their face. I want to see their face physically. If I can't, if I'm away, if I'm far away or whatever, or if I'm across town and I can't just pop up and see them, you're going to have to FaceTime me. I need you to show me my kids. I need to talk to my kids, put them on the phone, let me speak to them. You know what I mean? And I believe that the mother was reaching out, trying to, you know, see the kids, checking on them, speaking about them. But, you know, her sister was, you know, throwing her off, you know, giving her excuses, this, and that. Oh, I text back late, blase, blase, blase. So this is the gist of the episode, man. A Baltimore woman, you know, Nicole Johnson, she was caught. She was stopped at a traffic stop, regular routine traffic stop, and the police end up finding bodies in the back of her trunk, man, of her own niece and nephew. Crazy story. Let's check out the first clip. Appreciate y'all for tapping in. Let's dive right into it.
Case.
Just open the suitcase and we can be good after that.
More blankets still. Can you cut it from here?
Can you cut it one more time?
And this is what smells, Rita.
What is that?
Huh?
What is that?
Dirty things?
No. Pull it out. Pull it.
Dirty things from my husband.
Pull the whole bag out.
I am. My husband just finished. The dirty blankets from my husband. I am. See?
Take it out.
Take the bag out.
Take that bag out of there.
I am.
Okay. Pull that bag out. There you go. Open that bag up.
Don't be see close. Don't be see close. See? See close. All see close.
Open it up, ma'am.
I did.
Unroll the whole thing.
What? Open that up. Open that up. What the f? Get the f in! Put your hands up! Don't you Turn over right now! You're under arrest! Don't you move! Don't you move! Put your hands behind your back! Put your hands behind your back!
What I do?
What the f?
It's not mine.
What the f? What the f?
What I do? What I do?
Give me your other hand! Now!
1110 direct Eastern Boulevard and Wagner's Lane.
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Get up. On your feet. Roll over. Sit on your butt. Stand up.
Deviation on the channel.
We don't need air. We got 2 in custody right now, but we need a supervisor.
Please don't. No, please
I
don't.
swear to God, if you move, so help me.
Please not arrest her. Please don't arrest her. She don't have anything to do with nothing.
On that.
She really don't have anything to do with nothing. I will give y'all every name
2357.
to everybody.
I don't want to hear it.
Please don't arrest her.
With both women in custody, the officers struggle to process the horror they've just witnessed.
No, stay. Hey, no. Calm down. Calm down. Relax.
Back up.
Have her sit down.
Sit down. Sit down. I know.
Relax.
Excuse me.
You relax.
BB, just relax, BB.
Keep your mouth closed.
I just want
I didn't give you permission to talk. Sit down and be quiet. You okay?
I'm trying, man.
You okay? No. Listen, I need you to calm down. I need you to calm down. I need you to focus.
So, as y'all can see, man, she's at a regular traffic stop. Now, they wasn't even tripping. They was going to let him, they was going to let him go. They wasn't going to take him to jail. I think they was going to impound the car or whatever, and he got to talking about doing, basically like a check, a search of the vehicle because, before it went to the impound, just in case she had some valuable items in the car, he could document it and it could be, documented that she actually had this stuff. But when they went in, when they start, because the policeman, he smelled something and she had all that stuff in that trunk. Blankets on top of plastics, on top of blankets, on top of plastics, on top of blankets, on top of plastics. You see, he had to cut through all that crap. He had to cut through layers and layers of plastic wrap, layers and layers of blankets, and she's blaming it on old clothes, pissy clothes, dirty clothes. But let's be honest, man. A decomposing body is a smell that you just can't ignore. Decomposing flesh, animals, anything like that, if you've ever smelled a dead carcass, if you've hunted or if you've been, if you just living around the way, you know what I'm saying? It might be a dead dog in the street or something. You put him in your trash can long enough, you're going to see maggots and you're going to experience a very foul smell. And even though she got the bodies plastic wrapped and with blankets and thinking that it's covering up and it's in a big bag, you can tell that the officer, some kind of way, that stuff is still seeping through there, man. It's definitely still seeping through there because that's a smell that you just cannot get rid of. You understand? And they wanted her to open her stuff up. If it would have checked out that it was just blankets and clothes, they would have let her go. But, she couldn't keep covering it up. And you could just tell she was getting, irate. We're going to check out another clip, her being, around the cops or being in the vicinity of the cops. She was nervous, smoking cigarettes, you know what I mean? And she was kind of breaking down, because he was, about to write her a citation and let her go on about her business. I think they was going to tow the car. But that's when she started to break down, started to cry, started to, you could just tell. I heard her say, y'all about to see my big debut. I'm going to be, I'm not even going to be here. This is going to be my last night because they told her that she got to come go to court. She's like, this is my last night here. You know what I mean? I'm about to make my big TV debut. She knew she had done something wrong. Let's check out this other clip, man. We got other clips for y'all. Let's check out another one.
That don't smell like dirty clothes.
What do you mean? I'm about to show you. They've been sitting in there for months and months and months and months and months.
You got to open that up all the way. What is that?
Huh?
What is that?
Dirty things?
No. Pull it out. What the Get the in! Push your hands up!
What begins as a routine traffic stop takes a horrifying turn when officers detect a strange, putrid smell coming from the vehicle. The search that follows uncovers a secret so disturbing it defies belief, leaving multiple officers visibly shaken, physically ill, and utterly enraged by one of the most vile discoveries ever made.
Listen, I need you to calm down. I need you to calm down. I need you to focus. Listen, calm down.
We need to verify. We don't know what this is.
What
Jesus
is?
Christ.
You see, it just was a terrible scene. Man, just imagine, bodies of babies being exposed, man, out of the trunk of a car, man, at a routine traffic stop. Just think of the mental of these cops, man. Dude was crying. The police officer, he couldn't even take it, bro. That's a baby. You know what I'm saying? These little bitty babies, and they decomposing in the trunk of this woman's car. You understand what I'm saying? This is crazy, man, from a routine traffic stop. That's sickening, man. Sickening. You know what I mean? And when I was you can just imagine why I'm running this story. I'm running this story because it's crazy. I never seen no stuff like this. And from a black woman, bro, that's what really gets, because it seems like she was just kind of overwhelmed with life, man. And it's sad to see. It's sad to see. If you don't, if your mental ain't there, you don't need no kids, man. You know what I mean? You take them babies to the shelter, give them up. If you can't deal with them, give them up. There's somebody out there in the world that would love to take them in and would love them kids like they're supposed to be loved. Take care of them kids, because it's plenty of women out there in the world that can't have kids. There's plenty of men in the world that can't have kids. You understand? It's people that adopt kids every day. Kids go into the system every day. And let this be a lesson to the young people out there, man. Don't have kids until you're ready. Because the mother wasn't even a fit mother. If she allowed her kids to go with her sister for 2 years, these kids been with her for 2 years, man. Or they been gone away from the mother for 2 years. And she been taking care of them. And she just, she got fed up. She got fed up. Her mental health is deteriorating probably by the day. She's selling, she's a prostitute of some sorts. And you're gonna see that in the clip. She's saying that she's selling pee. She out there selling pee. You understand? And it's like, I don't want my kids being taken care of or their primary caregiver to be somebody that's living the street life. You understand what I'm saying? Because they can't properly watch my kids and take care of my kids and give my kids the attention that they need if they in the streets. You know what I mean? That don't make no sense. But let's check this other clip out, man. Furthermore, I think it's definitely on this lady, man. It's on her. But for the other people in their family, the mother of these kids, you failed these kids as a mom. You put these kids in the care of somebody who you supposed to make sure that they mental is right. You understand? But if you on drugs and if you doing this and doing that, you're not properly tending to your kids. And this woman is 36, man. I'm 36. This lady, man, Nicole Johnson, is 36 years old, and she got 50 years in prison for this. 50 years. She'll never see the daylight again, man. I don't think so. She don't deserve to see the daylight because she did that to her niece and nephews, which is crazy. Even if something happened and it was an accident, you don't ride around with them babies in your trunk, wrapped up in blankets and wrapped up in plastic, and with beat marks all over them and things of that nature. You know what I mean? And then, man, let's check out this other clip, man. Let's check out this other clip. I'm just disgusted with the whole situation.
He had been wrapped in blankets and placed in multiple layers of trash bags, similar to the girl. Their relation to Nicole comes as even more of a shock.
Do you recognize this person at all? Who's that? Who is that?
Their mother.
That's their mother?
Mm-hmm.
Who are they?
But that's when I had them. If you look at them when I had them.
So that's who?
That's Shasta.
And that's who?
Remember?
Okay.
When you look at them when she had them and when I had them, you probably got this picture off her page, but it definitely came from mine. Okay. Because if you look at them when she had them, they were very not taken care of. If you look at them when I had them, they were very well taken care of.
7-year-old Jocelyn Marie James Johnson and 5-year-old Larry Dar.
And see, that's sad, because here she is with these deceased kids, and she's breaking down, and she's putting it on the mother. When she was with them, they wasn't being taken care of. Well, lady, obviously, when they with you, they not being taken care of either. You understand what I'm saying? I just feel like this whole family, y'all failed these kids, man. This whole family, because where's y'all's mama at? Yeah, the two shorties. Where is y'all's mama at? Where is y'all's granddad? Where's y'all's daddy at? Where the kids' granddad? Where his other people's at? You know what I mean? Where's his dad? Where they daddies at? And let this be a lesson, man, to the young people of the world. Don't bring kids into this world if you're not ready to be there for them. Having kids is a never-ending job, man. I'm 36. I don't have no kids, but my mama still is my support system. My mama's still my rock, man. Thank God I still got a mother here on this earth, and I love her to death. And I couldn't imagine, my mother allowing something to happen to me as a kid. I couldn't imagine that. I couldn't imagine going through that. And I feel bad for these kids because they had to go through that. You know what I mean? I could only imagine what was going through their mind. You know what I'm saying? At the time, you know, when they getting beat on by this woman, or, you know, they getting, you know, mistreated, or, you know, they not eating properly. They not, you know, just getting to enjoy kid life. You know, just think about all the kids across the world who going through the same similar situation, but they still alive though, you know, but they getting mistreated, they getting beat on, you know, they not getting to eat what they want, you know, they getting told no. Can I have this? No. You know, you shouldn't tell kids no whenever they trying to, you know, unless they've been eating too much sweets. Nah, you don't need no sweets. Get you some fruit or something. You know what I mean? Something to that nature. But you should always be telling the kids, yes, yes, yes. Go get what you want. You know what I mean? That's how I was raised. My mama didn't make me ask for nothing. Go in there and get what you want. Just make sure you eat it. Don't, you know, don't let your mind overweigh your stomach. You know, don't go in there and make 2 packs of noodles when you know you only gonna eat one. You understand? Or don't eat up all your snacks in one night. When I come home from the grocery store with the snacks, don't eat them all up in one night. Stretch it out, you know? And that's real. But you don't mistreat kids, man. You don't harm kids. You don't do nothing to hurt no kids, man. You know what I'm saying? Kids is off limits. They the most precious thing that we got on this earth. You know, they total innocence, man. They don't know no better. They haven't even, it's our job to pour into them so that they can grow, you know, so that those seeds can grow and be, you know, successful in this world, man. You know what I mean? The young kids who get mistreated and end up turning that trauma into adult trauma, and we got these crazy people in the world. It's the adults, it's part of the adults' responsibility to make sure these kids are having enough experience with real love and knowing what real love is about, what real love is. Real love would never hurt no kids, man. Real love wouldn't allow nothing bad to happen to them kids. I don't care if you selling pee or not. You know what I mean? If you really love these kids, if you really care about your family, you're not gonna let nothing happen to these kids, even if you selling pee. You understand what I'm saying? You gonna do your best to take care of these kids. Rain, sleet, or snow, the kids gonna be taken care of. And I'm very disgusted with this situation. Shorty, you let the kids down. You understand? Nicole, the mama, y'all let the kids down. Y'all's mama, y'all's daddy. Y'all only 36, so y'all mamas and daddies is probably still living, you know, the chances are. I'm not sure of the situation, but man, y'all let these kids down tremendously. And it hurts my heart to have to sit here and report to y'all that these kids were found in their auntie's trunk, man, and they was in there for months decomposing, bruh. So much to where it's maggots in the bag, so much to where it's just a undeal-wittable smell. You see the cops, that smell is what got her in trouble, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what made it weird. The smell, like, what is that smell? You saying these is old clothes, pissy clothes, but that's not a pissy, musty, stinky funk. That's a decomposing flesh funk, and that's way 2 different funks. That's a level 5 funk and a level 13 funk. You understand? We got one more clip we're gonna run. Let's check it out, y'all.
And neither had been reported missing. One additional detail raised further concern. Both children appeared unusually small for their ages.
It's got to be a 3 or 4 year old kid.
Me and that mom.
The girl was, according to your timeline, about 6 years old when this happened.
Yes.
And she only weighed 18 pounds.
You think that's after all of this? Because they were not tiny. Like, you see them in the pictures that y'all printed out.
And you see, they said the baby girl only weighed 18 pounds and she was 6 years old, gang. The little girl only weighed 18 pounds and she was 6 years old, fool. So just imagine, you know, and I've been reading reports, you know, I cut a lot of stuff out the clips, you know, just so I can, you know, do more dialogue. But man, these kids had bruises all over them. She was beating these kids, man. She said she beat the little girl because she was stealing or going in the refrigerator or whatever. And she said she kept doing it over and over and over. So she beat these kids, man. She beat them, and she beat the little boy. And his last words to her were, "Auntie, can you lay me down?" Because I'm pretty sure he had a concussion from her beating him up. You know what I mean? Just going through it. She was mentally unstable for sure. Just look at her. She looks mentally unstable. When she was in the interrogation room, she was sitting there talking to herself. You know what I'm saying? Basically, just letting all the stuff come out. You know, she's basically blaming her mother, blaming her sister. Like, why y'all put these kids on me? You know what I mean? Basically saying that, you know, I guess, you know, back in 2021 when the mama was unfit and couldn't take care of the kids supposedly, you know, they basically pushed the kids off on her, you know, and she was saying that I'm out here selling pee. Why y'all want to put the kids on me? You know what I mean? Where's my love? Where's my support? You know, and man, let me just speak to the black community real quick. Please love your family, man. Check on your people, man, because you just never know who's going through something, who's dealing with something. And a lot of people like to just dump all their problems on you, They just continue to hit you up, text you about negativity, what they feeling, what they going through, but they don't never stop to ask you how you feeling. You understand? Don't be that kind of friend. Don't be that kind of family member, man, that never checks on your people. Check on your folks, man, because the mind the mind can go like that. You understand? I watched my best friend, man. I watched his mental change like that. You know what I mean? And I pray for him all the time. You know what I'm saying? But he's not the same as he used to be. You know, his mental is very fragile at this moment. You understand? And he needs help. And this woman needed help. But, you know, she didn't feel like she had the resources or she didn't feel like she had the support system, man. And it's like, yeah, I watched the interview in the interrogation room in full, and she pretty much was breaking down mentally right before their eyes. You understand what I'm saying? You know, ultimately she got to pay for what she done. Ultimately, she got to be the one to suffer the consequences from, you know, the entire family failing these kids, you know, because to be honest, they shouldn't even been in her care in the first place. If she's unstable, if she's living hotel to hotel, if she's not right, if she's not fully taking care of herself, how can she take care of 2 children? If she don't fully love herself, how can she love these kids? So I think this is a complete failure as a family, you know, because if these kids was not being taken care of by the mother, I wouldn't have put them on the auntie if she wasn't stable. You know, we got to take them. The aunt, the other aunts, the cousins, whatever. You know what I'm saying? We got to come to, they say it take a village, right? So where are these other family members? You know what I'm saying? When these kids was dumped off on this girl and she's selling pee and she out here living the fast life, hotel to hotel, not living stable at all. Them kids didn't belong with her either. And that's not an excuse for what she done. It's sick, and you know, she gotta answer to God for that. You understand? She gotta answer to God for that. She gotta be accountable for that. She's gonna do the time for that. But that don't bring them kids back. You know what I mean? My heart goes out to them kids. Once again, my condolences to you, young people. Jocelyn, Larry, rest in peace, young angels, man. You didn't deserve that, but you got your wings, and God gonna take care of you for sure. He for sure gonna take care of you. And to all my people with kids, man, take care of your kids. Be cautious with your kids. Don't let your kids just go with anybody, family members or not. If they mentals ain't straight, if they lives ain't together, your kids do not belong in this person's care because they are not mentally equipped or even financially stable enough to do what it takes to take care of kids. You know, to be able to make sure that they eat, to make sure that they, you know, enjoying themselves as kids. Kids are supposed to be enjoying their lives, not be, you know, micromanaged and this, and that, and the third. You got to let kids be kids. Kids are going to make mistakes. Kids are going to cry. Kids are going to do things that they're not supposed to do. But that's what kids do. Don't take your frustrations out on these kids, man. You know what I mean? If you find yourself doing that, you need to step outside and count to 10. Once again, rest in peace to these 2 souls, man. Little Larry and little Jocelyn. Rest in peace to you 2 angels, man. That's all we got for today. It's your boy R2. Hey, once again, I appreciate the supporters, everybody who watched the video, everybody who liked the video, everybody who commented, the constructive criticism, the good, the bad, the ugly. I appreciate it. Y'all the reason I do what I do. And, of course, that bag. But like I said, man, that's all we got for today. It's your boy R2, and I'm gone. Peace, love, one.